What up, YouTube? So, just sitting here, eating some food. Anyways, I watched like a short video about how to get better at sales. 82 minutes, right? Short video. Anyways. But the guy was saying, Alex Hormozy, very inspirational. He's eight figures? I'm not really sure. He's making 100 million plus. Anyways. We talked about in a client meeting, like, when someone says, oh, let me think about it, or like there's an avoidance in the situation, how I kind of see is, well, let's frame it this way. Like, let's frame the situation this way is, what if I and the individual, the client, got on a call 1 year ago or 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a complete mess 2 or 3 years ago, and we just worked together 2 or 3 years later at this present moment. Us working together 2 or 3 years ago and then to where we are now would be in a much better spot. Right? And so regret, is fuel. Like, I'm learning a lot in this process, and so is the client I'm talking to or whoever I'm doing the sales calls with. And that, yes, in the current situation, like, I'm excited to get on the call with the person, and the person's also excited to get on the call with me because of Calendly, because of SurveyMonkey, because of, a video like this where we get the client excited to get on the call with us. But also, like, when we're there and the client says, oh, I don't know, there's not enough information, I frame it like this. Well, 2 or 3 years ago, you were busy. That's why you're not where you are right now. And let's say you were presented this exact course 2 or 3 years ago, you would have said the exact same thing. Oh, I'm too busy. But then, like, right now, you're still too busy. So what changed, right? So we start at the absolute worst conditions because the conditions don't only get better, right? So if we start now, where it's a complete mess, in that 2 to 3 year time frame that I gave the example earlier, where we could be now, or we could be 2 and 3 years, right? So if you just waited, let's wait. Let's say we don't close the deal at all. Let's just wait. Why? Like, in those 6 months, you're still gonna be busy. Like, you're gonna have to do schoolwork. You're gonna have to pick up the kids from school. You're gonna have to go to your other job. Like, in 2 to 3 years, you're still gonna be busy, right? So why don't we get busy now so we can be less busy in the future about having to learn and catch up, right? Because the best way to get ahead is to begin.